We'll talk about our hype for Cold War in a few minutes. Let's go on to Modern Warfare 3. Um,
Oh,
I
I have a
actually
hot take on this
changed.
one.
I actually changed my low tier to meh because I was looking at what I had previously in meh in like nah, and here's my take on these games that I'm gonna put in this category is they're not trash for someone like me, someone who's played from the very beginning, and if they ever close the Call of Duty franchise before I die, it's gonna be extremely bittersweet for me. I will literally cry for an entire day, because I've been a dedicated Call of Duty player since day one. Day one. Do you know how hard it is for people in our generation to say that? Like, even some pros haven't been there since day one, right? Like, it's for me, even though these games are on the bottom tier, it's not like I'm saying that they're trash. What I'm saying is that they weren't the best games. I still play each and every single one of these fucking games. Like, okay, COD 1 and COD 3 I haven't played because I don't have them for the computer. But I still go back and play these games. So Modern Warfare 3 for me is in the bottom tier. Just because while it was a good game, it just, for me, it felt like they dragged that Modern Warfare story a little bit too far. Like it felt like they were just riding the coattails of the success of Modern Warfare 2, and then they were just like, well, we gotta kind of end the series here, so let's just fucking toss them here and blow shit up here and, you know, and do all this. And it's like, you can't do that. And I'll have to go back and replay the story because it was just kind of interesting for me. Like, I don't really...
I think I'm going to like it more if I play it again today than I did when I first played it.
Yeah. Multiplayer was barely memorable. I do remember my dad and I would grind the shit out of, what's the one game? I think it was Survival, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Survival, where like they come at you with like fucking juggernauts and shit like that. Like, we would grind the shit out of that. That's the only memorable thing about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 for me. And that's the reason why I'm gonna put it here. If I you know, when we play it in our race, it might be better. I don't know. But for me, it just wasn't memorable enough.
I'm sorry, viewers, but I know I keep changing my good and meh around because I'm debating.
So what's your hot take on Modern Warfare 3?
What's up? Can't wait to edit this out of the video. I'll give mine in a second. I'm just waiting for mi madre. Let's see. Alright, we're back. Here's my hot take on Modern Warfare 3. You ready for this?
Yeah.
My hot take on Modern Warfare 3 is that I say it was okay. Like, it's good. You know, it's just good, but it's not like great. Like, nor is it near perfect. Yeah, it had survival, but like, we've seen survival type modes before, and they're blatantly just trying to get their own kind of survival shtick going on, but more modern,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And the special ops were okay, the multiplayer was like okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an okay game.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't see the appeal. Like, yeah, Infected on Modern Warfare 3 was the most fun thing in the world, but like, other than that,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like
Eh.
good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. I don't know. A lot of people really enjoy Modern Warfare 3, and I think you can like whatever you want. I personally just think it's good.
Yeah.
Would I go back and play it?
Yeah.
Unless I'm doing something that requires me to play it, I'm probably not going to pick up that disc again.
Yep. Yep. Basically. Black Ops 2. You already know where I'm putting this.
I'm kind of struggling. I'm kind of struggling to place it somewhere.
Really? It's God tier.
That's what I want to do, but I feel like it would just be...
So,
You know, yeah, I'll put it near perfect.
do you feel like it's overhyped, in your opinion?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I don't think it's overhyped at all.
Okay. Black Ops 2.
Okay. I have my explanation for why it's near perfect.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. The campaign saw something that no other Call of Duty has done ever. Multiple endings and branching storylines.
Yep.
So, while one person can see different cutscenes and get a different ending, another person isn't going to see that. And you had the choice to do certain things. Now, another thing was, this was the Call of Duty that killed it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroyed it. Vanoss, KYR Speedy, like, all the trollers in multiplayer were doing it. The pro scene was at, like, the highest in terms of its growing.
Yep.
Like,
Optic Scumpy, man. Who's the best in the game?
literally.
Yeah.
The Zombies was at its best. You had stories like Mob of the Dead. You had Origins, which was a fantastic experience.
Buried
was the best map out of, like, those, like, out of that storyline set of maps. Transit, a lot of people, like, at the time, it got a lot of hype. It was beloved by all, but now, looking back on it, it's
kind of atrocious.
Quite awful.
Just, we played it like 3 fucking hours ago. Not great.
Yeah.
Not a great experience.
And, you know, Black Ops 2 did a lot of branching out by having multiple storylines in Zombies, multiple storylines in,
yeah,
you know, in the campaign. Like, this is one of my most grinded Call of Duties.
Yep.
I am a Prestige 5, I think. In this COD, I grinded the living hell out of this. Like, I would go home from school, hop on the sticks, Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
We would grind every single day. You also had Town as a standalone map. You had Farm as a standalone map. You also had Bus Depot as a standalone map. You also had Nuketown 2025 in terms of that Zombies experience. You also had Turn and Grief mode.
Grief, yeah.
Like, Zombies thrived in Black Ops 2.
Everything
Multiplayer
thrived.
thrived in Black Ops 2.
Yes.
The campaign was pretty good.
It was
I'll
okay.
give it that.
It was okay, but the zombies and the multiplayer literally carried that campaign to God tier. Yeah, Black Ops 2 has got, I'm going to say this right now, Black Ops 2, my favorite game out of the entire franchise. Because of Buried, because of multiplayer. I, like, part of me just wishes that I knew about streaming and knew about, like, grinding the shit out of YouTube